Hey guys, welcome back to another lovely video. We are on webtoon once again. So let's just get started already. So I am going to be reading Supernatural Romance, and it's called Dangerous Session. So let's just get a lovely started. Episode 1, Fire and Power. These violent delights have violent ends, and in their, I can't read that word, trumpeth, die. Trumpeth, like fire and powder, in which as they kiss, consume. Can't read that. Wow. Lovely. Bartender. Another club soda on the house, on the rocks, if you please. Sip. Ugh. Why am I even here? I could be helping a client right now. You need time to relax, she says. You call this relaxing? Practically everybody here needs therapy. Underage girl with older, more experienced looking girls, clearly nervous. Constantly looking at a phone, worried about getting home late or messages from her parents. I hope it's not peer pressure. If my estimate of her age is correct. Defensive posture, attire not entirely club appropriate, not comfortable with human contact. Possibly obsessive, compulsive. Someone's really out of his comfort zone. Well, hey, that makes two of us. And what about her? Dark circles even makeup can't hide. Dress to allure. Telltale wedding band tan. Blushed. What's she looking at? Oh. Swish. What the heck? Ash? Bethany. Come dance with me. I didn't drag you here so you could sit around all night, Paul. Strange. When I met his eyes, my mind went blank. When I look at people, I tend to assess them. As a behavioral therapist, I believe thoughts lead to actions, and actions have consequences. It's not like we're machines, but all the same basic parts. We all tend to want and need similar things. Therefore, any problem should be able to be identified and fixed. However, phew. A woman's voice, it could be nothing, but if there's trouble, slide. Please. Save me. However, my solution is lacking. I said all humans. Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get a drink of water. Thank you, Dr. Rosenberg. What type of name is that, Rosenberg? That's weird. Your father would be proud of how you've handled the practice. Every time I walk out of here, I feel like I changed, man. Thank you, but it's all due to your own open heart and willingness to change. Arnold. Did I say that right? Yeah, Arnold. And please call me Ashley. Until next time then, Miss Ashley. Slump. That jerk Bethany, who forces someone to dance until 2 a.m, knowing full well they have work the next day. And then I also saw that somebody must have slipped some kind of drug into my drink. No way that was real. Maybe I should have gone to the police or heck, a doctor. But I just hightailed it out of there. Or maybe I've been watching too many thrillers and horror TV shows lately. And my exhausted brain conjured, where's my sheet? Some nightmare from that darkness. But speaking of thrillers, I've still got time before my next session. Something out here. Can't you hear it? Why do I do this to myself? Bethany doesn't get why I enjoy watching this stuff. Don't open it. No. No, no, no. Good afternoon, Dr. Rosenberg. Could you spare me a moment of your time? I guess it's because when it comes to facing the thrill of unknown, I am unable to tear my eyes away. No, no, no. Think, brain, think. He's real, so he was definitely at the club last night. I can't imagine someone I've never seen before in the woods. This must be the part I imagined up. He was probably inside chatting with Bethany about my practice while I was outside hallucinating in the alley. He doesn't have to be a psychotic serial killer who thinks he's a vampire. I'd like to apologize for the unseemly display you came across yesterday. You see, I just couldn't help myself. So, you did bite those people? Of course I did. I'm a vampire. Well, I didn't have time to bite them. I mean, there are blood banks, and I could always drink from animals like some kind of vegetarian, like the guy from the One Book Branch Lantern, or was it Twilight? But I just said I couldn't help myself. I need your help. Help? You? You do realize that you maimed, and possibly killed 4 people in the back alley of a nightclub. They're fine. They will have woken up weak, yes, but alive and with no memories of that night. Anyone who goes out drinking in the midnight hours runs the risk of that. Maybe, but most people don't expect to run into a vampire. Why are you here anyways? Just to feed? No. I was looking for you. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Oh my god, guys, oh my god. Let's go on to episode 3, empathy. What is this? Can't move like I'm caught in this thrall? How did he get over here so fast? I haven't wanted to change for the centuries. But when I see people walking out of your clinic, there is such peace on their faces. I can't even remember what that felt like. I can't imagine you would if you really are a vampire. What did you mean by you were looking for me? And you said you've seen people leave my clinic? Are you stalking me? Of course not. I'm hurt. How could you even suggest such a thing? I'm your neighbor. I live across the street from this clinic. Poof. I can't believe this. Seriously? As serious as a vampire. Bye. No, you don't get to joke about that. I'm surprised you can joke, considering that you were crying after you bit those people. Maybe you finally realized the magnitude of what you've been doing. Hurting someone is taking away their choice, just like somebody else might have done when they made you a vampire. It feels like you're counseling me already. Will you help me, doctor? Why don't you define for me what it is you need help with? You could say I have an addiction when I bite people. My fangs release a chemical called a what? What? Ambrosia? Is that an actual chemical? Into their bloodstream. It's a concoction of hormones, including endorphin, that converts the body's signals of pain into signals of pleasure. Ew. So what? You just enjoy pleasuring other people? Not exactly. I have a certain special ability. I am able to feel what others are feeling at a touch. It's known as empathy. For instance, when I touched you earlier, I felt a mixture of terror, anger, and arousal. That's ridiculous. I don't get aroused by people threatening me, even if they are extremely hot. Dang it. Believe what you want, That's why I can't seem to stop biting people, because they want to be bitten. I've been living off of temporary thrills for quite some time. Being what I am, I gave up on the idea of lasting happiness ages ago. This is crazy. He's a dangerous maniac, and I might actually be starting to believe he's the mythical knight thing he says he is. Maybe I need a therapist myself. Either way, handling this outside of my capabilities, no matter what sob story he feeds me, I couldn't possibly agree to help him. I'll help you. What did I just say? Stunned. Are you sure? I could be the death of you. Welcome to therapy, Mr. Vampire. How am I already 10 minutes in? It hasn't even been that long. Okay, I'll help you. What have I gotten myself into? Agreeing to help someone who could have multiple psychosis is really too much. For now, I'll just focus on what I know and do what I've always done. Be professional. Welcome back. From today on, I'd like to make you a fresh start. I realize we haven't properly introduced ourselves, so it's nice. It's nice to meet you. My name is Dr. Ashley Rosenberg. I run this practice, which I took over from my father. Million Lark. I live above the bookstore across the street, which I also own. Lark Books? Yes, that's correct. Huh? It's hard to picture him working at a bookstore unless it sells like occult material. Before we begin, I'd like to talk to you about the kind of therapy you'll undergo. Behavioral therapy is an active therapy, collaborative process. We'll be working together on this. I'll need to hear your feedback, see your emotional responses, and know your inner thoughts. In other words, you're going to have to trust me with a lot for this to work, and that goes both ways. I need to know you're not going to bite me. Of course, I'm tempted, but by no means. Do I want to hurt the one person who's been trying to help me? Well, judging by the regret you seem to feel immediately afterward, you didn't want to hurt your earlier victims either. But hurt them, you did. Let me show you something. This is what's called the cognitive behavioral model. What? It's a useful tool in illustrating the basics of behavioral therapy. I'll try to put it into context for you. Let's say there are two girls, Sabrina and Megan. Despite being complete opposites, they're best friends who care deeply about each other. Most people believe emotions happen automatically in response to a situation. For instance, Sabrina gets engaged and Megan is happy for her. However, what if Megan suddenly becomes depressed? Where does that feeling come from? According to the model, there is another step in the process. A situation gives rise to an automatic thought, which in turn creates feelings. Megan's thoughts could have been, oh no, after she's married, will we start to grow apart? Or something like, I can't be bright and outgoing like Sabrina, I'll never find love. Depending on what it is, it could be evidence on a core issue, since automatic thoughts are influenced by deeper layers of thinking. So what happens to Sabrina and Megan? It was just an example. My point is, the desire to bite people is created by more than just instinct. You told me yourself the ultimate draw lies in the pleasure they feel. If I can understand your split-second reasoning, I may be able to find you a solution. My reasoning at the time? Always. How else? Can we both feel happy at the same time? Every other way hurts so much more. When life is just a fleeting dream, what more can I do for these fragile creatures? I think you're hurting yourself. this part of him more than you realize. Seem very human indeed. I know it's hard thinking about in ending, but the healthy human relationships you've been depriving yourself of, you are worth it. They can teach you how to cherish the time you are given with others, no matter how long or short that time is. I think it would be best to start, but slowly build. Ash! Bang. Oops, sorry, I didn't know. Pardon the intrusion. I'll leave you two alone. What is this? Quit leering. He's obviously a client, that's all. Well, darling, I thought you weren't busy, so I came to check in about the dinner party at our apartment next week. She's my roommate. Is it about the guest list? I thought you just wanted to invite our old friends from college. Well, hey, just to shake things up, why don't we make a last-minute addition? How about it, handsome? Want to come? Bethany, you can't be serious. This man is my patient. There's a line you don't cross. Sure, Bethany, I'd love to. What? Don't just accept. You're the one who said I should start trying to build human relationships. Besides, how could I possibly resist such a kind invitation into your home? Oh, wow. Okay. One more episode and then we'll be done. How long are you going to be mad? Until you apologize for inviting my patient who you barely know to a dinner party of our closest friends, but now you can get to know him on a more personal level? This is too personal.
I want to but I'm broke.
As a therapist, one must retain a certain sense of objective or risk losing yourself. If you ask me, it's one of the most difficult aspects of being a therapist. When you see someone in their depths of despair, it's a natural human instinct to want to reach out to them. But it's often in severe cases that you must become somewhat detached. You're probably just too soft for this job, Dad. That's... ha 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 ha. You may be right about that, my little firecracker. Regardless, I'm sure you'll succeed in whatever option you choose to pursue, I think that says. Ashley, you all right, Doc? I apologize for the intrusion, but when I touched you, I felt a sense of deep loss. Were you thinking of someone who passed away recently? Creepy! No, I'm fine. Just a little spaced out at all. More importantly, the others will arrive any sec. Ash, honey. Hey, it's been a while. Oh, I haven't seen you around here. This is Emmeline. He's one of Ash's clients. Emilion. I'm also her neighbor. I own Lark Books. Really, I'm surprised she didn't introduce us to you sooner. Well, Ash can be kind of stick in the mud. Oh, come on, Beth. I'm sure she's just trying to be professional. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of books do you sell? I myself am a history teacher, so I enjoy digging up tidbits of interesting lore. I don't mind you asking at all. I must say there are some gems in my collection. Can't they just talk one at a time? Everyone, let's sit down and eat. Things seem to be progressing smoothly. And Emily's actually surprisingly social. Must be the several hundred years of practice. I have to confess, Emmeline, I have a sort of silly reason for inviting you. Oh? What is it? You remind me of a vampire character in the book I'm reading. It's about this priest and this gypsy who have this forbidden love story in medieval Transylvania, but it turns out the church the priest belongs to is some kind of creepy cult, and they actually have him killed for dating an outsider. The gypsy, on the other hand, is cursed to become a vampire. Cursed? I've heard it referred to like that before. I mean, immortality, super strength, seems like a pretty sweet gig to me. Well, apparently to the cult, it was the closest thing they could get to hell on earth. In the book, they were saying stuff like everything you love will turn to dust, and you will be left standing as the world burns. Whoa, that's pretty messed up. Pardon me for interrupting, but my bookstore has a rather unique collection. And in some ancient Roman texts, a sect was mentioned that practiced and was capable of witchcraft in which you are referring. Who knows? Maybe it's a true story? Oh, Emilian, you're such a tease. Yikes, Bethany, calm down. I'd better steer things away from the subject of vampirism. Does he want everyone to find out? Hey, does anyone want to start up some games while I prepare the dessert? Yeah. Hey, Ash, can I ask you a question? Are you really okay with just being Emily's therapist? You're not attracted to him at all? Of course I'm not. Also, that's 2 questions. Then I'm going for it. Well, if you're not interested in dating him, I can take a stab at it, can't I? Bethany, you barely know him. So what? He's fun, cute, and can hold a proper conversation. If you don't like it, stop me. So careless. What is she thinking, acting on a whim like that? Emilian does seem to have a lot of good traits, but even if I was attracted, I could never allow myself to think like that. After all, it's... Where'd Bethany go? A bow tie and it's... dangerous. Oh my god. Twitch, ha 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 ha, more. What have you done? Sorry. I'm so sorry. When you see someone in the depths of despair, it's a natural human instinct to want to reach out. But you must become everything is going to be alright. Detached. Turn, flash. Jeez, you scared the life out of me. Sorry. Why are you sitting so far away? It's like I scared you instead of the other way around. A defense pose, if you ever saw one. Are Bethany and Pie feeling any better? They recovered. Still asking me what happened that night, though, thanks to that memory loss you mentioned. I was worried. I mean, I'd understand if you no longer want to be my therapist. You mean because after you were so kindly invited to our dinner party, you went ballistic and proceeded to snack on my friends in the bathroom? Look, I knew from the beginning something like this could happen when I agreed to become your therapist. But I agreed anyway, and I don't break my word easily. Your past and recent actions are important, but this needs to be a space where we can deal with them. I need you to be present with your... if you don't mind, I'd like to start with some exercises, experiences. Please clench your hand into a fist and slowly raise your arm, pressing your elbow into the chair. Doesn't this seem kind of violent? Now release. Do the same with the other arm. Feels lighter. Next, try to pull your chin towards your chest without actually touching it while flexing your neck muscles. Like this? Yeah. What is this even for? That's the first genuine laugh I've ever seen from him. I'm trying to get you to relax. Did you ever notice how a muscle can't be tensed and relaxed at the same time? For instance, pull your shoulder blades back as if trying to make them touch, while also relaxing your arms at your sides. That is difficult. Perhaps it's it'd be easier if you gave me a back massage, doctor. Is he flirting with me? Now that's too relaxed. My point is, what if the reason why you snap so suddenly and bite people is because you're so tightly wound? You tightly wound the rest of your time? It's like he has this carefully crafted personality. A wall protecting him from something, but from what? It's sad that the only time he really shows that vulnerability is when he's having a panic attack over biting somebody. Emilian, I can't help but wonder, what is true what you said during the party? Is there really a cult that can curse people into becoming vampires? Ashley, I'm sure you know best of all that sometimes the worst monsters that walk this earth are humans themselves. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell ding, and stay tuned for the next video. I love you, my stars. Bye!